You ain't waiting. They LAKAMI, Palm Beach County, born and raised, South Florida. I'm in this bit with respect the vibe. Really out this bit in heart and soul. We respect the vibe. And we gonna get into it. When I stayed out here downtown, that's where we at. I ain't never come to this park. This park ain't exist. It was something else here. But I like that this park here. It's the safest park downtown. All the jits come out and play. All the people, all the mamas, even regular people without kids, they just out here vibing. Everybody chilling. So, really, it really do stand for its name. It's the heart and soul. At least the downtown. I don't know what Revere got in Lake Worth got, but it's definitely the heart and soul downtown. I come out here and do my thing. I might work on art. I might write some lyrics. Or just chill, vibe. Free my head. It's a lot of grass. Smoke a lot of that too. I can't say nothing got me into art. Art was more into me. And that's just the only way I can see it. Like, some people find an interest or find things they realize they could do, like a superpower, and that's all cool. But I've been creating for as long as I can remember, like literally. Damn, it feel like forever, because that's how life feel. Life feel like I've been always here, and this is just what it is. That's just it with creativity. It's just, it was always. I came into a world of creativity, but I myself am a world of creativity. As far as back as 4 years old, I can remember drawing, creating whatever it was. I used to, when I found out what, I forgot what they call it, when you make the little cards, when you're making a movie, it's these cards that they put up on a sheet, like a big ass sheet, just to pretty much give you the layout of what they're gonna film. But instead of actually filming anything, I just did the card. Me and my little brother, we did that, comic books, all kind of different stuff. And then with that, anything you do every day sharpens. Anything. So we just got better and better over time. It was times I hit breaks. Reasons for those could just be circumstances, aggravation, or just feel like I ain't, like creator's block. But I think that's all in the head. Like creator's block just becomes you trying to, I think, force yourself to probably do something. And that's why you're not creating. You gotta just, it's like when lyrics hit you and you like, oh, I gotta go write that shit down. And you make a hit. Hits hit you. They don't just go out and become smash hits. Hits hit you. And that's the beautiful thing about it. But art didn't hit me. I hit it. I hit that bitch on the head. I did my thing, you know. But overall, yeah, I don't feel like I got into art. I feel like it was into me. I feel like I was a little too cocky. As far as school, I had art class, and they was teaching us invisible point and perceptions, and, you know, different dynamics and shit. And I felt like I knew it already. I felt the class I signed myself into, I should have stayed in art, but I mean, all in all, you don't know it all. I could have learned more at that class. I just felt too bold, too cocky about it. So I felt like the teacher was stupid. I felt like I knew more than her. And in some ways I did. And it ain't always the way that you teach somebody that they can learn it. And the way that you go about it, it can always be done 100 different types of ways, depending on what it is. I ain't got no pictures or no videos of me being no jit, playing with no guitar, and batting around on drums and shit. And none of that. But I always loved music my entire life. Like, even the movies, Baller Block and I'm About It, I didn't know that they were even, like, I love Master P music, not really knowing that they were the same person until I grew more into being more of a fan. No Limit, Cash Money. Because those are my two ground bases of artistry, music. And Lil Wayne, being as young as he was, then seeing Bow Wow, Romeo, and this one jit who made a song with his daddy. I seen them four and it was just like, hold on, like, jits can rap. Like, we can get out there, we can do our thing. And since then, I've been writing. That was just it. I seen Foe doing something I know I could do and was just like, I don't know why I felt like I knew I could do it though. I haven't wrote a lyric a day in my life when I seen it. I was 7, I remember. My sister helped me write my first rap. She didn't write it for me. She just helped me get the fundamentals of understanding what a rap is. It didn't take me till later to understand. You understand the fundamentals of music. She loved music. She just don't make any. She's not a people person. I started right when I was 7, but first recording, I think I was 10 or 11. I really believe I was 10 or 11. My pops knew this dude named Crawford. He was recording somebody out here named Alley Boy. Alley Boy did pretty street. I think he still make music today. But I went to that studio. It was in a house. Just mattress, no sheet on it, box fan. Got to cut that bitch off. We was recording. You hear the train. Got to re-record. But we didn't do that. I like the train sound in there, and they realized it was a good part of the song. Even that young, just making that decision of like, nah, I don't want to re-record it. I want to keep the train sound in it. The only thing about it that I got in any type of feedback, everybody in the room liked the track when I did it. Like I said, I was 10 or 11. That was my first time recording. And it was laid out, it was straight. I wish I had the track today. My pops, he the one that took me there because Crawford was his friend. And he liked the track, but he didn't like the track. He didn't like the context of it. Because all I was talking about was being around, like just going around the neighborhood, talking to girls and fighting. And really, that's literally what I was doing. Especially because I started writing in Dyson Circle. And Dyson Circle is literally like a damn swirl to where I lived at. You come in the entrance, you come around this whole damn circle, and you come, and there's more you can go to get to the other end, but there's one street that came down. And anyway, I lived in the middle of it. And my first song that my sister helped me write was about Dyson Circle. I just called it DC at the time, so that was the reference to that. But yeah, he didn't like the track. He just felt like he liked the track. He didn't like what I was rapping about. He didn't like the context of it. He didn't like the intention. And Cash Money No Limit, all my intentions were violent. All of them. If it wasn't violent, it was money. Because Bling Bling, which was a good change of perspective when that dropped. Fashion came into my life by not coming in my life. That was it. What that bitch said on audio ticket. We was broke, bitch. We ain't have it. So shit. South Pole, Echo. Shouts out to y'all. Y'all kept a nigga up. Jansport ain't had one of y'all till one of y'all was given to me. I had some non-name brand backpacks and all kind of shit. Actually, I had the clear ones, the ones that tear up and grow yellow over time. You feel me? So with that, and just being creative and creating characters all the time, because me and my little brother, we wanted to create video games as well as I wanted to make music, and I would draw my album covers before I ever started creating them. All of that played into fashion by just seeing that we were building characters. Character building was something that we literally sat and studied. Once YouTube became a thing, we was able to actually study the shit that we was into, and it made us sharper to understand what it was we wanted to do. So getting into character building, it became about shadows and shapes. That was it. So when it came down to fashion and shadows and shapes, you could tell, you know it's your cousin way down the street just from the shape of his head or the way he walked. And a lot of people could tell who I am from the way I walk, but me just standing there, people see me just because of the shape in which I make myself in certain ways. If they don't see the hair, they might see the patch. And if not that, it might just be something I might wear common at that time. Like a cartoon character, I go through sections of time of wearing certain things or doing certain things a certain type of way. Just letting it be a little wave for myself, and then I let it die and do something else. Sometimes it get picked up. Hey, shouts to my time, shouts to Fetty. I was at a party last night, and y'all who know me know that I wear my hair straight up in the air sometimes. And somebody see me doing that, and I guess their girl kind of liked it. You know, they like, I could do that too. You want to put the bitches up. I'm not gonna lie, that happens to me a lot in life though. Like, it's a lot of things I done did, a good number of things I done did where some people done gave me my credit. Some of it's still online and tagged me into some of the stuff they done did that's in reference to what I done did. And I appreciate it all. I ain't grown big, I ain't got a lot of money out of it, but I've gained, I've grown into what I did as to where, like, I was able to eat off of my creativity. Still able to. Respect Divide gave me my first, I gotta say, first performance where I was able to like perform by myself. It's an old little performance, just me. That was my first. Respect Divide. With that, who I was around and the time was kind of crazy because I was making so much music at the time with so many different people, and I wasn't dropping really any of my own stuff at all. That was a wild time. I had music that I could perform, some stuff here and there, but like I didn't have no whole tapes done or nothing. But around that time I was around Khaled, Aegis, Mata, Wu, Jack Shades. There was hella people around. Palm Tree Paul at that time. It was hella niggas that was out was just doing their thing, like everybody. But I didn't know nothing about it. I popped out one time on Northwood, and I think it was I ran in the Cloud, Shots Cloud Straight. I ran in the Cloud, and I ran in the Agents, and they was talking about, you know, different events that be going on and this and that. And you might hear about them underground shows, this and that, but I ain't never be able to bump into them or catch on or actually be a part of any of them. So when I actually got to see what was going on, I ain't gonna lie, to be a part of it, to be a part of the scene and to see all the different artists that pop out and see all the different lanes of creativity that people take. And I'm not gonna lie, some of it was bad. Shouts to y'all that was bad, because y'all still tried. And even though some of y'all was bad, some of y'all had some real gold in the terrible shit y'all made. And for some of y'all that made some great shit that didn't grow, I wouldn't advise any of y'all to stop, because there's only but so much time before somebody do that digging and find that gold. And the only reason I say that is because I gotta tell myself that it's a lot of trash ass shit I done made, but that's because I loved it. Some people happen to love it, but it just didn't do too well. And the shit that I loved and shit that I took my time to create, I loved it all, but it just, I guess that was more on feeding y'all. But with who I was around and all the music that was being made, I'm just really grateful that I got to perform that time. My main regret about that performance is that I started out with my head down, looking at my feet like every other nigga first time performing. But I'm glad that in that video, I actually broke out that shit. Was like, what the fuck am I doing? Because bitch, somebody's giving me a shot to be seen by, I would say a good 50 or 60 people was out that night. I want to believe, at least from what the video showed. I can't remember. But I ain't never had that many people look at me rap before. I done rapped in little circles, freestyle sessions, this, that, and the third. But to sit there up on the stage, making sure that everybody see you and hear what you done made, that's another thing that hit you and impact you. So that whole era of just starting out with them shows and getting into performing and recording with different artists and featuring and all the different cover arts that I did in that time period, I appreciate it all. I just don't appreciate myself because I didn't put enough into myself. I sat back a lot. I had different people that were not artists hit me up and be like, bro, I like your music, but you don't release nothing. And I still had shit to do. I still had more arts to do. I still had more this, that, and the third. I really am kind of like a jack of all trades. And there's so much stuff that I could do to where I get overwhelmed with it and I can't do my shit. So lately, I've been sitting back just like, I done fed y'all. Y'all done ate a little bit. I was going for cheap too. And it's all cool. And it's all love, and I'm glad for it because I was glad to be a part of everything everybody did. I just gotta do it for me now. I gave y'all feathers and wings. Fly, fly. Not for real though. At this point, I just want to grow. Because there's so many people I want to see grow, and there's so many people I'm happy to see grow. It's beautiful. But I want to see something for myself. And I want some of my people to see what I can do. You know, see what I can build and cultivate, or what I can do. Because I can do a lot. And I ain't gonna lie, I ain't trying to hurt your feelings. I can do more than you. Because I was having fun helping out and doing all the arts and looking out for everybody else and doing what I had to do. Whether it was the love I was showing or the money I had to get. And that's all cool and cool. But even the money's not enough because, well, any check I get can't make music for me. And music's my baby. So when it comes down to the mental health, it's an interesting question because up until recently, I just feel like I never really felt like I had room for it. I don't, well, at least not the issues of mental health. I feel like I keep myself at a balance. I try to accept things for what they are, and I keep it true to mine. Because what is just what is, for real. It's just what it is. It is what it is. It really is. You got a lot of people who, you got a lot of y'all who live in denial and live in different delusions. I have myself. I ain't sitting there trying to point fingers. It's just the truth. But for everything that we go through, at the end of the day, even when we want somebody to blame, it really be us. Sometimes it do be that nigga up the street, that bitch around the corner, or that person you can't stand. But all in all, we make these decisions. When it comes down to my mental health, I don't think I'm crazy in any way, shape, or form. I think I just have an obscure way of remaining sane. So like, my pops passed in 2022. And when they told me he died, I cried and I was grateful. Not grateful that he died. I was grateful of the time that we had, the time that was spent. And I thank God for it. Because what else can you do? I never really, like, I don't understand depression, and I say that openly. I say that to people, like, I don't really get what that shit is. And I think it's because I don't mask things up. I just kind of accept it for what it is and keep it rolling. But over time of doing that, it don't matter if you pouring dirt or dumping weed, it's always gonna be something left in that bucket. There's always gonna be something left in that grinder. And over time, things build up, they kick up, and they just gonna hit you. So when things like that happen, you can't just run from it all, and running from it be that delusion. People be trying to smoke themselves out, people be trying to drink themselves out, people pop to death now because it's fake pills and all kind of things going on, and really you running yourself to the grave, when really all you gotta do is look at you. It ain't nobody else you gotta face. You can find some water if you can't afford a mirror. Just face yourself. When I was going through it, I didn't know what was going on. I was going through it, and I had to call and ask my dog, yo, like, what is depression? Because I don't know what's going on. I went on the internet and everything trying to figure out, like, bro, I'm just trying to sit here and make art. And I keep, like, going through it. I keep crying. I don't know what the fuck. I'm tripping, bro. What's going on? You gonna help me? So, I was just like, well, fuck it. Like, I'm not getting no outside help. Let me look in. And I just went through everything that possibly could have bothered me, made me sad, made me mad, all this, that, and the third, and analyzed it all. I break down everything anyway. I'm an overthinker. That's my key. But the fact that I overthink also means that I can override my thinking with another thought. Like, to have Cash Money and No Limit be my base, and to be wanting to be fighting all the time and this and that. And people today know me as more of being a pacifist, letting things slide, this and that and the third. Some people even see me as a bitch. I can't go for it if you push it past certain lines, but for the most part, I get along I get along with the world in a pretty good motion. I get along with the world pretty well. In my opinion, most people like me. If you don't, it ain't fuck you. It's just most people do, in my opinion, some way. But all in all, it's about how I feel about myself. And how I feel about myself after all of this time and all of the work and loving to see the growth and being part of everything and all of this and that. It ain't that the party's over. I'm still rooting for everybody. I'm just on me. And that ain't nothing that's keeping me mentally sane. I think mentally I just appreciate myself more. But as far as everything in my mental health, I mean, I understand depression is a thing, but the things that come with depression, or the idea of depression from other people's perception and experience, as a person living in this country, bitch, you can't afford that shit. I don't want to go to work today. I want to sit here and cry. I want to, bitch, you got me fucked up. There's bread out there, and I gotta eat. I don't think I'm obese, but I'm a big boy. I need a plate. I ain't playing. I'm not going for it. Regardless of what it is. And all the way down to death. I love all my family members, everything, etc. And it's not that I wanted to tuck those emotions down. It's just we gotta stay strong and move on. Literally, that's what we taught. You always got somebody trying to stay strong for the family. And me, being born with testicles, I always feel like that's my responsibility. Because I always got something to say. Even to the ones that ain't listening. So, keep your mental health in check. And check on your people. The one who laughed the hardest sometimes cry the most. Good memories can be solidified simply on we didn't have it, so his version of a good time or not his version of a good time, because it actually was a good time. I just couldn't appreciate it. But growing up, we ain't have it too much, and for what we did have, me and my brother being creative, we might get bored quick. So what he liked to do is get in the car, take us on Flagler, and ride the whole strip down and just look at the mansions. That was literally all he liked to do, was take us on. Like, nothing made him kind of more happier than to get on Flagler and ride straight down all the way from here to, I think, probably Lake Way, for however far down to go. You come down past that little witch's wall thing and all kind of different stuff, you just see nothing but straight mansions. Just big ass, donkey-sized ass houses, just big shit. Tony Montana shit. Beautiful, beautiful houses right in front of water. So it used to piss me off. He'd be like, all right, man, we finna go for the ride. Sometimes I used to not go. It used to make me mad because we were staying on Tamron. And when we come back from seeing the mansions, we gotta come back to looking at a nigga sleeping in front of the stove. Or asking for some money that we ain't even got. Like, niggas ain't always have beds. So, Window Shopper was a funny, a cool song, but I also hated it because that's what life felt like about that shit too. It felt like just a life of window shopping in that moment. And what he was really trying to teach me was to just look at something greater, so that way you got something as a goal in mind. I wasn't seeing it as that. I wasn't appreciating it as that. I just seen it as, you taking me out here to teach me what a better life, take my ass back home. But that wasn't his shit. He was actually looking out. What he taught me was, he ain't never really want me working for nobody else. He ain't never want me or my brother ever working for nobody else, ever. So with that, and being broke, and being creative, you just being extra creative to find ways to make money. He made jewelry out of bones and out of avocado seeds. And it wasn't nothing religious or spiritual at all. It was literally because of the density of the bone and the drill and how he was able to work with it. It was better than wood. And the reason he used a certain seed, if it wasn't avocado, it was this other kind of seeds, because he make heads out of that seed. Over time, that seed dries out. Even, like, it feels dry already, but it dries out more inside. And the head, it grow old, like the face grow old. So the whole time you're wearing the chain, over the course of like 2 years, it ages. Like, the creases crease more, everything, like it ages like a person's face. And people used to buy him. He sold that. He used to spend the food stamps or whatever to buy up hella fruits and sold smoothies, and he cut hair all throughout Pleasant City and Palm Beach, actually all throughout Palm Beach. A lot of people knew my pops. I don't know, you know, how far his reach go, but I know a lot of people knew him, mainly because he cut hair. But yeah, with him never wanting us to work for nobody, it wasn't no really going to, at 16, going to trying to sign up to work at Publix as one of them starting jits that get the job early and you underage and shit. It wasn't no none of that. It was try to get a hustle, get the ball rolling, and keep it going. After a while, I got old enough, you know, I was able to work in this and that. But beforehand, what you think me and my brother was on? Like, yeah, we was creative, but with being creative, if you don't become an escape artist, you become a break-in artist. And that's kind of what life was. So it was more or less, we very much treacherous nerds, like, sincerely. That's just it. Because all the artistic shit, in a sense, I guess would come off nerdy in some type of way. The mathematics of all the things we do, from computers and everything. But I say treacherous because of the other shit that we also be involved in. Don't care about it, it's just life. It's a way to maintain and move on. Other people brag about it and do this and that. I don't remember who made the song, but they was dead ass right when they say bagging up is boring. Niggas be bragging about the lamest shit. Niggas out here hungry for real. And have to. I want to say it's something before the streets actually kind of mentally prepared me for strange things that I had to see in the streets. It was this video, a documentary out in the past called Faces of Death. And I don't know why, but my big cousin showed me that shit when I was like 5. And that shit fucked my head up a little bit because it's dead ass just a documentary of a compilation of just people dying different ass ways they had on camera. Assassinations, all kind of just wild ass shit, like just stole. So the first few people I seen die wasn't really a shocker to me, like how you see people in movies, like they just get their whole big ass wow factor, this and that. It was more like you see why for some situations, you see how. I would say everything that I could really observe and break down is everything I could learn from the streets, but you don't have to be necessarily involved with what happens in order for you to learn from it. You can see a burnt nigga and know he got burnt. You know he touched something hot. It might tell you some of your brain don't touch hot shit. You get burnt. Banyas. But yeah, one thing for real that's a little more solid is we in Heart and Soul Park. And honestly, the ghettos are the heart and souls of the world. I have this odd theory that it's very, very little love and more wealth you have, and there's so much actual genuine love that you can't overlook in poverty. So that do unto others as you wish done to you, if everybody had that in the streets, we'll all eat. That's one thing I did learn. But with that is why I am the way I am. But with that, I also became a practice of damn near selflessness. Because it's like, if I get this shit out the way, then I can focus on me. When it really should have been, I focus on me and then I get the shit out the way. My main plan for the future is to survive. Beyond that, nah, fucking right. We all plan on surviving. That goes without saying. I'm being funny. But my actual plan is to make more music, drop more videos, and perform as much as I can. That's it. With performing, it's one thing to talk about how I did that first performance, but how I feel about like not performing, shit just fun. Like, it's like talking to this camera, which is weird. Like, talking to this camera is like talking to AI, because there's a camera in front of me. I can't see y'all, but I feel y'all and I respect and I love that y'all watching. But at the same time, to have a whole crowd in front of you while you're on the stage, as weird as it is, it's like one person. And the reason I say that is because I speak to them all as if they one person. Like, between a song or into a song, you know, acknowledge everybody, you know, look them in their eyes. If I'm able to get off stage, you know, go up in their face, might jump with them. If they not rocking with it too heavy, keep it pumping with them, might, you know, get somebody else to rock with them. You know, do my thing as to where everybody can get it crunk, make noise, you know, and I can just have fun. And anything I say, I don't ever mean no harm. I always try to, you know, make somebody laugh or just get them to understand what's coming next. So when it comes to, bro, I don't know, bro. I thought I knew. But what I thought I knew, I didn't. But now that I do, I be winning. I just had a lot to learn. And since I've learned a lot, with performing now, I just feel like I'm more in control. Like, you got people that have crowd control, like the crowd will do whatever the hell they say. And that's all cool, but I can imagine that getting boring. But to get on the crowd and convince a crowd that probably never heard you, or some people in the crowd know your music, so they singing along to it, the other side of the crowd, like, oh, like, this shit is actually hard, or da-da-da, or we rock with it. You know, it's like a game, it's like a challenge. It's like a whole nother challenge to your music. Like, to make the music is one thing, that's one performance. Every song you do, you perform twice if you hop on that stage with it. Because it's the booth performance and the your live performance. And the video performance, so who knows, but you know, it's just, it's work, but as much as it is work, if you love it, it should be fairly easy. It should be a good job. And I feel like I do a good job now. I feel like it ain't been nothing but growth for the city, and after a while, kind of like what happened, it's gonna be strange. It's gonna be, if it can happen, if it happen, it'll be a strange way, but it'll kind of do how Broward did. Cause you know, everybody will holler Miami. Broward was there, everybody loved Broward. It's cool, it's all love for Broward. It's one of the cities. At the same time, they built the name for themselves. Palm Beach, I can't speak for Broward because I ain't from Broward. I ain't really been out that heavy, etc. As far as like growing up and running around and running through. I done been in Miami more than I've been in Broward. But with Palm Beach, as a city, as far as the culture of the growth, I know it's harder. Because it's a crab in the barrel city. Like, niggas is happy for niggas. Niggas congratulate niggas in private or up close and personal. It's never why you running a race, really. Not always, and it ain't the whole Palm Beach. It's just a big corner of it like that moves like that made it harder for everybody else. But then you got the good corners like 90 Culture that do their thing, Respect the Vibe, and all the different other, what Dream House had, they spot where people were performing in and doing their things, like Lost Key with Van Dam, PCC, and all of them boys. Like, everybody went to just hitting elevations at a certain point to where you couldn't stop it. But all they had to do was surpass the crabs. Just get to the top of the damn barrel. I wanted to go capture the flag. I want Palm Beach to play King of the Hill. I wanted to obtain some type of crown. And it ain't on some trying to step on Broward or trying to step on Miami in any way, shape, or form. These cities are brothers. We the Tri-County. We family. We all live together. Broward and Miami are just different rooms. Miami, my sister room. Broward, my brother room. My brother be on fuck shit probably sometimes, so I don't go holler at him as much, but I love him. You fuck with him, I'm gonna go, we gotta fuck with you. And that's all it is. But at the same time, like the Hot Boys said at one point in time, like all of them boys at one point, not at one point in time, but why they had the Hot Boys going, they competed. And it wasn't to just be better than each other, but it was sharpening each other. It was keeping each other up on their toes, even lyrically. Because if you pay attention to just the elevation of the artists, and even just that, with time they don't make the same music they did no more. Palm Beach had a sound. Palm Beach has a sound. Florida itself has a sound. For all the things that's been birthed in South Florida, Palm Beach seems to have the hardest as a crab in the barrel city, simply because of the hate that's here with the amount of love that's here. Like Miami, it just looked like a party ass city. That's Disney World. It ain't Orlando. Orlando ain't Disney World. It's Miami. Miami is the real Disney World. Everybody out there they just having their fun and doing their thing. Like, that's really what it is. Broward, that's a home. Palm Beach is a home, but a home that overlook itself. It's almost like a home that don't really care about itself, almost to an extent. But we got better with caring about ourselves. We got more things to be proud of. More people that we seen try to do their shit here to be proud of. Shots weren't hot. What the feature with Kevin Gates, that did strong. And I don't know if it was life changing. I don't necessarily know what he's doing today, but it was something that the whole city got to see. J.O. R.I.P. Snap. He from Drama. I don't know if that's the first mixtape. That's the first mixtape I found, Drama, before I even knew the city even knew who he was. Snapping, doing their thing. Curly with a K. Hard Artists. 21 Reese. Hustler Jones. Spro, I didn't even know Spro was an artist until after he died. That's when I started hearing his music, etc. Like, it was people here that was, it don't matter whether it was positive or negative. Cool Cake, shit, that shit just came to mind, so very smooth. Positive or negative, the city had different things to look at, as to where it's just like, after a while they had to try to look at some of this shit like, bro, fuck this shit, let's try to like actually focus on this money. Like, it hasn't been beefs that done had some bloodshed in it, and niggas that came together on the account of trying to just feed their family and kids, trying to set shit aside that don't matter no more. And it's not that it don't matter no more, but really picking up on something that matters more, because that's what it's really about at the end of the day. Everybody else holding each other back just mad, and you hate to see somebody go because you feel like you ain't going, and then you find somewhere that's just like, nah bitch, we going, and if I go, I'm taking you. Niggas be saying that though, they just put that out there, and that's cool. You'll never depend on no nigga, but it's a good thing to hear. It give you more motivation to be like, all right, we all in on this. And for the rest of the city that's just against each other, just stay against each other, whether they rap about each other or just don't support it. But that love Palm Beach got is here. Like, it's here. It's like, I'm Palm Beach, and my right arm don't fuck with my leg. That's just how it is. Like, we probably love to see each other grow in different ways, but bitch, you stay over here and I stay over there. The growth of it now, everything I think now is kind of perfect, a little bit, because even all the artists that you might think be going through it and beefing and making their diss tracks and this and that, them niggas come to shows and perform with each other and not do nothing. If they do it, they handle their business outside or do their thing elsewhere, and that I can respect. Everybody that try to come and ruin the show just because you trying to whatever, it's just like niggas is still trying to change their lives. You can see it as, oh, you still doing your little rapping thing, you performing, niggas is trying to change their lives. Some niggas got parents to take care of or kids to feed. Niggas is trying to change. Everybody ain't out there for the same thing. So if you coming out there playing, like, I ain't playing, and it's just like, bitch, you the one playing. You playing with everybody's life because we out here to do something that's a little better than what you on. And that's just it. Still get your ass stomped out. You can't fuck up people's opportunity. Hey, I won the lottery, bitch, snatch your ticket and ran. You ain't gonna just... Nah, you fucking it up for me. And you got to see about it. The only thing about it is in this city, that rummaging of that stain, that hatred is just like, you already gonna see about it ahead of time. I already don't like you. you ain't gonna make it. It's whatever. And if I do got some love, it's like, I ain't gonna let anybody see it. Dap you up. You off stage now. I ain't bobbing my head. Ain't none of that. And it's cool. Somebody else gonna do it. By the top of the year, I want another video out. I don't care what happened. I edit and I can shoot. So I don't care if I gotta shoot it myself or I get it done. But that's what I want to at least see. Like, I'm probably just gonna try to drop for New Year's. Other than that, me and Zach Bordeaux, shouts to Zach Bordeaux, fire videographer. He helped me shoot a video for the track Saliva I dropped a month ago. I really like that track. I like my music. I love my music. I love it all. But I really like that track, so I like the fact that, you know, we already started shooting on it a little bit. I get that bit dropped. I'm gonna have fun with dropping that because I'm gonna put some more backing behind it than I probably normally would for anything else. I done tried little things, but I don't know. Normally, never put in on marketing and like I just try to see where it naturally goes. Even with utilizing assets that might have a little more going on than this, that, and the third. Like before putting in, because it's a business at the end of the day. You can't do this shit without spending no kind of money whatsoever. It don't make no damn sense. And I done made money out of it. I done made money back. What you supposed to, it's the whole purpose and point. But yeah, my whole goal, more music. In the first 2 to 3 months, I need to have another tape drop too. I already got a tape I'm working on, but I don't want to drop it. I'm gonna just keep cultivating the build of that tape over time with just like great pieces of work I feel like I'm doing. That way it's more of like an actual build of the whole thing instead of like a compilation mixtape or like a compilation album of just songs I made and reasons they there. So yeah, the project gonna be called Curl. Curl is I mean it's slang. Everybody knows you curl. It's just acknowledgement of what you can see as an error. It's an acknowledgement of what you can see as wrong or different. So that's just how I see it. KIRLD. I just spell it different. Knowing it's really like that is the acronym for curl. And then my hair is curl, twisted, curl, everything curl. It's a curl world. So curl to be the one big thing I'm trying to make sure I drop next year that be something I consider great. Like, I want to be happy about it, but I want other people to be happy about that too. Other than that, right now I'm working on a EP called Love Me, LVMI. It's just Love Me. I never really write emotional music or love songs. Tamagotchi and Handheld Heart were probably the only two like emotion-based songs that I wrote and like actually put out. It's more, but I'm talking about like actually put out and streaming and this and that. But oh, and Blue Dollar Dollface, but I don't think that's really sensual or emotion based on love. It was more like, damn, this bitch thought I was like, I'm feeling like this bitch thought I was that nigga, but really she robbing me. it was a fun ass song. That's really what that was about. So yeah, Love Me is just gonna be 5 tracks of like letting the heart talk. You know, letting you know what I feel. Cause I put out music based on creativity, and like I rap sometimes and this and that about life, but like I was dead ass creating worlds with some of the music I was making. Like it wasn't about always. It would insinuate. It would have different parts based on a true story, basically. Like it would be my life, but made into this crazy ass world of just music that just seemed like it's random, but it's a reality to it. But less direct, because one, I felt like everybody was more just direct, like just I'm walking down the street, scratching my head, like, nah, lost in the world. You know, it's a different feeling. It's about what you say. It's not always how you say it. How you say it matters, but what you say, you know, that matters. So with the development of everything I'm doing, I'm really trying to make sure that I can imply feeling and emotion with what I'm dropping with Love Me. And I need that to be, I need to just execute it as to where even I feel it. And I do so far with it. Like, I got a song I'm working on now, like, bitch, I'm trying to finish this one part recording, but it's like, damn, I feel that shit. That shit hit. It gets to me. It's just a realized line in my perception. It's relevant. It's me. I see us as forks in the road. So what I could imagine I want for myself to be married to might not be what I like. Might not be who I fall in love and marry. Cause there's been times I fell in love thinking I'm gonna make kids and be married to this girl, and I'm in Heart and Soul Park. So shit. I mean, I also thought I'd be younger and richer at an earlier age, depending on how I executed certain plans. You know, what you try to do ain't always how it's gonna happen, and what's meant for you is gonna happen. It's just about how you do it. But what I imagine as the base, because there's so many different types of girls, people try to act as if they don't exist. Hoes exist, bitches exist. All women aren't them, but they are there. They exist. But I just wanted to be a girl. That's just it. At heart, I just want her to be a woman. Like, I just want a girl that want to be a fucking girl. That's just it. That's it. She's not, I don't know. Everybody as a whole, common sense ain't common. Everybody as a whole ain't intelligent. You got your few intelligent people, and those of you can really see and acknowledge in the room. I'm an overthinker. I don't think I'm the most intelligent. I know a lot about a lot of things, but I don't know everything. Ignorance can be bliss in ways, but I'm glad for what I do know. But to put myself in the mind of how I wanted to be in certain ways of going about it, I just wouldn't want no disrespect. I just want peace. A girl that's just actually a girl, no disrespect, peace. Because I chill. And I'm always going to keep it respectful. And I'm always going to try to mediate and keep it leveled up. Rather than trying to fight and argue, I'm dead. And if it come down to fighting and argue, like, you can't help yourself. You just mad. I don't even know who you yelling at. I just start walking. I don't even know where I be going. I just end up places. Just fuck it. People ask me all the time why I got bullet shells in my hair. And, well, truth be told, I just like war shit. I like fighting. I like shooting. I like bombs. I like rockets. I like all of that shit. And I can never understand the kid that get bullied, go home, and bully himself to death. And I feel bad for every mother and father that got to go through losing their kid and killing themselves. It's fucked up. It's fucked up bad. But the bullets are at the end of my head, and my hair twirl up like this because that's what smoke do. Smoke twirl, and shell casings have smoke that comes from them. And that's what, it ain't random. The weapon is the mind. That's basically what I would tell them. Like, you got to get in there. You can't keep looking out. People, you ain't never going nowhere waiting on nobody. So how can you get anywhere looking for anybody else to get you there? You have to check in. You have to check in or get to the heart, step in your head. Whatever you feel like is your strength, mentally and emotionally, because if you're a person that go through depression, or if you're a person that deal with it consistently, you got a tactic. You have a strategy that keeps you here. If you go through suicidal thoughts and stuff like that. Me living around shootouts and all that for so long, a bit just want to make it home. A bit want to live. And any suicidal thought that has ever came to mind, I've literally laughed. I don't feel any emotional trauma or negative from it. It probably was just an intrusive thought that hit my mind, and I just thought it was funny. I had more homicidal thoughts than I would. You want to kill a baby? You can't call a hotline for that. They'll just come lock you up. So, with having that type of mindset, dealing with somebody who want to kill themselves, you just gotta come up with strategies and dynamics that just let you be able to stay free and just be. Because you won't be unless you free. That's just it. But you're gonna be stuck in your head, and it'll take you out. There's a lot of people out here that's been killed by their own mind. That's terrifying, but it's just the truth. It's a sick world. Sicko, dot, I got my cootie shot. Fuck you talking about? Nah, be great. Keep trying to put effort into everything. I'm talking to you as I talk to myself. So tell yourself the same. Feel like I got a shit around, didn't it? Respect the vibe. LAKAMI checking in. Yet again, really I'm checking out, without a doubt. Bitch, keep it sour and sauerkraut. Nah, I'm fucking around. Shouts out to Respect the Vibe. Doggy Dog World, December 5th. If this drop by time, pull up, show out. We're gonna have a lot of fun. Check in with Five for any artwork that you need. Bro do a good job. Shouts to him. I'm glad you've been working with bro. And shouts to all my homies. You know, do y'all thing. You hear me? Make it work. Ying ying.